Well, hello. I'm just packing some things up for our trip away. We're flying tomorrow. I've got things sort of semi-organised anyway, so I kind of know what I'm doing, and I have a list. Lists are very useful. Some people use spreadsheets. I just do a list that I critique when I get home so that I know what worked and what didn't work. So I'm just currently doing the undies, putting them into a packing case. I've got a medium-sized Eagle Creek packing case. I have a selection of packing cases for my trip and travels. I am just rolling up my nightie. I just take one because that's how I roll. And so one nightie, it's a very old nightie, so it has holes in it, and I don't care if it gets a bit damaged while washed. And also 6 pairs of undies that also might be fairly elderly as well and full of sags and holes and things like that. So I don't worry about them too much when we're on the road. Who cares? Anyway, this will go in there along with, I take 4 pairs of socks. They're all rolled up into a little ball. So little black socks is what I'm taking to wear with my shoes, and then some bras will go in. Struggle with how do you fold up bras, but anyway, there you go. That is my undies and nightie in a little case. So next I'm going to do my tops into one of these large packing case cubes, cells, whatever you want to call them. I feel I've got too many tops, but anyway, here goes. Right, so they're all packed in there. There's plenty of room. Tons of room in there. So so next I've got trousers and things like that. I've got, and I'll put them in this other Eagle Creek, not sponsored, this other packing cell. So this is how I'm going to pack the bag. So I've got a hard shell Samsonite bag. It's not the really big one, it's like a medium-sized one. And so what I'm going to do is put one of the big packing cases in this side. Also in your bag, I always like to put a label with my address and phone number in the bag in case the label on the outside falls off. So so I've got my big bag there, I've got my sponge bag there, I've then put my underwear in there, that side, and my tops and things are in the top bit of the case. I've got my bathing suit, which is in its own little plastic carry bag so that it can go in there if it's damp. There's a pussycat. And I am going to take with me 2 pairs of shoes. God help me. But anyway, so these are my walking shoes and a pair of sandals. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to buy some while I'm there, so that could happen. So I've got my sandals and I'm going to put them in a little carry case that I just happen to have, just a one, and we might put them down here. That'll work. This is just an extra bag that I use for dirty laundry, so it's just another bag that can go in there. So a few other things that I take on the trip with me. I have, this is a carry-on sort of bag that I use. I don't like a great big wheelie one. They just get in the way. And I like to take a notebook to write some journal sort of stuff in there. Helps me to remember what's going on. And I have a little amenities kit that I take with me with my headphones and my eye shades and a handy lock. They're handy things to have. Earplugs, yeah, I need them. And I've got a USA adapter. And there'll be a few other things go in there. And some, in my bag I have some handy travel candy. That's necessary. I always wear travel socks, so they'll be in there as well. In the big bag here I've got my medicine kit, just a little plastic container that contains Brufen, Gaviscon, paracetamol and aspirin and a few band-aids sort of thing, bandages and what have you in there. laundry kit, a peg, there's probably safety pins, a sink plug if you like, a handy hook, and a travel washing line. But also I have white powder, but it's washing powder that's in its own little containers and pouches, so I don't have to buy anything on the run. These are in my PVC bags that I keep making, and my handbag which I carry with me during the daytime, which will be big enough during daytime. I actually put it in my bag because I'm going to be carrying this, and I'm carrying my case for my laptops. So apart from taking my little black bag that has a spare fold-up shopping bag and some tissues in it, some room for my phone, I've got my little tiny little bag that has money. It has what will be our kitty money that we use to buy our lunches. Has my wallet, which is just a separate wallet. Currently, I was going to say it has no money in it, but it has some Australian dollars in it. They'll come out, and the US will go in. And my passport, Uru whenua Aotearoa, kia ora, and that'll all go in there. Good morning, here I am. This is where we've got to on the morning of our flight, and I've got my bag pretty much packed. I may not take those, so I've got my packing cells here and here and here, and a little makeup bag. This is a handbag that I'm going to be using, and inside here I've poked a whole bunch of stuff in there, including an umbrella and things, just to keep them out of the way and use it like a packing cell. So it can go in there. Sponge bag, shoes, and in this side I have got a raincoat which I've folded up. This is some electronics and a little camera tripod, all my camera charger, hard drive, portable hard drives in there. That's really heavy. Electronics are heavy. I want to go over what I took with me to the USA and what worked and what didn't work in my packing list. I did actually wear all of my clothes, except for the raincoat, but I'm not going to go anywhere without my rain jacket, just in case. So pretty much it did work. I just feel I took too much, and I don't like that feeling. I think I've got a little bit slack. What I took with me, and I don't know if you can see it, I had 3 short sleeve tops, and I think I could have got away with 2. That would have been fine. This one from Kathmandu worked particularly well. It was really light because it was so much hotter than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be in the 20s, but actually it was in the 30s, between 30 and 35 every day. So this was tremendous. It worked really well. I got it on special. That was great. These are both really good, but I think that one was better. I could have dropped out one easily. I had 2 pairs of shorts which I wore all the time. They were great. I could have done with 1 extra pair of shorts. The denim shorts that I didn't take with me probably would have been useful to put in. I had 1 blouse. That was great. Lovely and light. Really like that. That was a keeper. I had this silk top which was also very light. And that worked quite nice for sort of evenings and things like that. That was quite good. This black t-shirt I could have left behind, I think. I did wear it on the flights, and that was it. So it didn't get worn anywhere else, just on the flights. This white t-shirt, the same. It wasn't that useful. I wore it once. So that shouldn't be in your bag. If you only wear it once, it shouldn't be in your bag. This t-shirt, fabulous, good. This t-shirt, great, wore that a lot. This t-shirt, marvellous. Really like this t-shirt. It went with everything. Good basic colour which is good. So yeah, it was great. This t-shirt with Elvis on it, I bought there. So you buy a t-shirt somewhere, which is always good. These are great. This is my jumpsuit, but I only wore it on 2 days. I could probably have worn it every day in Chicago, and who would have cared, really? Who would care that I wore the same thing every day? Does it really matter in the photos? But it was great, and so I could have edited and just had that. I did have a dress which I wore one day when it was about 35, 36 degrees, but I only wore it once. So again, by editing, I would have worn this a bit more. I should have been wearing it every week, once a week at least, twice, 2 days. These are light sort of denim look trousers, but they are actually tencel and really light. Wore them quite a lot actually, so they were okay. So these 2 trousers next. Everything's washed, may not be ironed yet. So these trousers I wore in Chicago, and I wore them on the plane. They're actually a little bit heavier, but they're very comfortable. And so good, but not good when it got really warm. I could have probably got away with just wearing these. These are really light, but I'm not sure. I think maybe something else. I could have got something else that would work better. So one garment that would work better for those two. A couple of other things that I took with me, of course, you can't see me, are some cardigans, which, because it was so hot, didn't really need them. I had this long cardigan that I wore on the flight. Didn't really need that. I could have got away with a shorter cardigan, probably would have been better in the bag. So I might think about that next time. And I took this little sparkly sort of cardigan, very light. Really didn't take up much room, but never got worn. So if your garment doesn't get worn, it shouldn't come with you at all. The thing that really worked, which was great, was this thing that was like a poncho, and you could wear it as a scarf, and you can wear it as all sorts of things, but I wore it mostly as a poncho. That was useful because sometimes, even when it's really hot outside, the air conditioning can be frigid and you can get pretty chilly, and there's days where you feel a bit tired and a bit off colour, and you might feel a bit cold, and so I wore that, and that was great. I was very happy with my shoes, not a problem at all. So I had one pair of walking shoes, one pair of sandals. Could have got away just with 2 pairs of shoes. That would have been absolutely fine. So that was really my wardrobe. I should edit a bit more, and I think that would work better. I did have the room, but I didn't need to take it all. I hope you found that helpful.